Hi guys, and welcome back to another chatty video. Today we're going to do a Q&A on the Mendip Way, which we walked in November of 2025.
Yeah.
We were a bit nervous about walking a trail so late in the year. Normally the kind of walking hiking season is spring, summer, autumn, not necessarily November, but we got super lucky with the weather and it actually changed our minds on walking a trail so late in the year, didn't it?
Yeah, it worked out pretty well. I think we were very, very lucky.
Yeah, we were blessed.
Although it was probably the coldest week that we could have had in the whole of the winter.
Yeah, it was super cold, but we wouldn't have had the blue skies.
No, that's true. So yeah, we really enjoyed the walk. It was a good walk, I'd say.
Oh, gorge.
And I definitely recommend to anyone.
Yeah, definitely. Bit of a lesser well-known one. It's obviously not a national trail, but it's also a bit shorter as well. So if you don't want to tackle a big one to begin with, it could be a good like starter trail if you're new to like long distance walking.
For sure. It's a bit more undulating than the Downslink.
Yeah,
that was very flat. This has got lots of hills.
For sure.
Mendip Hills.
So yeah. Anyway, let's start from the top because I feel like we've kind of gone a bit too. We've delved in a bit too deep.
All right.
To begin with.
We'll
rewind. Tell me, Rach, what's the Mendip Way?
So the Mendip Way is a long distance walking trail.
Correct.
Which is 50 miles in total.
And it's made up of two sections, the West Mendip Way and the East Mendip Way. So the West Mendip Way goes from Weston-super-Mare, or uphill, which is just outside Weston-super-Mare, to Wells. And then the East Mendip Way goes from Wells to Frome. So if you do the whole thing from Weston-super-Mare to Frome, you've done the Mendip Way, which is 50 miles.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, definitely. Who came up with the trail?
So a guy called Graham
Perry,
from the Rotary Club.
Correct.
Devised the plan.
And it's to commemorate the Queen's
Jubilee.
Yeah, Silver Jubilee in 1977.
Yeah. So yeah, he put together the plan of the West Mendip Way, so the part that goes from Weston-super-Mare to Wells, and then the East Mendip Way kind of came afterwards, and we don't really know who did that or when it was like officially opened. But Graham Perry devised the plan for the west part. Yeah. And yeah, we're very grateful to him because it's a very, very nice trail.
Yeah, definitely. And it opened, so it kind of came up within 1977, but it opened officially in 1979. And then from there, the East Mendip Way got added on. So which way is it normally walked?
So you can walk it any way you want.
You can walk it north, south, east, west. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
It goes east to west or west to east. Yeah, basically. So yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, there's no official way.
We just planned it so we went the furthest because for us it was easier to travel to Weston-super-Mare, wasn't it? And then walk it to Frome and then get the train back from Frome. But
both the start and the finish are really well serviced by trains.
Okay. Yeah.
So we got a train to Weston-super-Mare and then we got a train back from Frome basically. I think we changed in Reading and Bath. But yeah, it's really well, the area, those two starts are really well serviced by public transport. If you're starting in Wells, so if you're going to do like the West Mendip Way as a section and then the East Mendip Way, you can get a bus to Wells. There's no train station in Wells, I don't think, but you can get a bus from
I think all Bath. The towns through it are well connected as well.
Yeah. So if you wanted to, maybe do a day's hike, for example, Weston-super-Mare to Cheddar or Cheddar to Wells or whatever, there are buses that run through. But we did obviously a through hike and we got the train to Weston-super-Mare and then the train back from Frome. Yeah. Is it easy to navigate?
It is easy to navigate. There's lots of nice little signs. We did get lost a little bit, but we had a little printout map that the Mendip website provides, and on some of like the little signs they have the QR code to that map as well, so you can get it on your phone or you can print it out like we did. Make sure you've got a waterproof map case because ours got absolutely disintegrated by the rain.
Yeah, if you've seen day 4, you'll know. If you know, you know kind of vibes.
I don't know why we didn't think to get water. I mean, I suggested a waterproof cover. You boo-booed the idea.
Well, look, sis.
You didn't want to be
I learned my
like
lesson.
a...
And you know what I bought recently? I bought in the shop last week a waterproof map cover. So I've learned my lesson.
It's important.
So yeah, it is really well signposted, I'd say.
A few little you
have to spot them. You have to go spotting for the signs.
And it is good to have the map because you can read the directions.
Yeah, definitely. But there's no official guidebook on it, so the only thing you have to go off really is
the booklet.
Yeah.
But I would say that was really good.
And it is also marked somewhat on Strava and Google Maps. I'm sure also on Ordnance Survey. And other kind of trail apps as well, so you can get it on your phone as well. But we just like to have that printout.
Yeah.
So we've kind of already talked a little bit about the highlights, but what would you say are the real like creme de la creme top points of the Mendip Way?
Well, definitely the views.
Oh, 10 out of 10 views.
Lots of nice views.
Yeah.
Especially over Cheddar Gorge.
Cheddar Gorge, you can see like the Bristol Channel, you can see really far. I mean, we were lucky that we got great weather, but you can see
pretty much across
over Bristol. Yeah. Which is really, really nice.
So the views.
Yeah.
The sunsets, obviously, but you know, not everyone's going to get the beautiful sunsets.
Yeah.
The cafes and the pubs.
Yeah, I'd say in the towns and villages along the way, there's some really nice places to stay, places to eat. I wouldn't say necessarily along the trail itself, but more in the towns that it passes through.
Yeah.
I think for me one of the real highlights is that it really does go through some really nice like touristy places that we'd not been to before. So for example, Cheddar is really pretty. Wells is really gorge.
Frome.
We didn't have time to really stop in Frome.
No, but I've been to Frome.
But Rachel's been to Frome and
it's very nice.
Yeah, lots of like independent shops and cafes and like bars and all that kind of thing. We actually got to Frome the day of the Cobble Wobble.
Yeah, we were like, what is this? There's like a finish line sign up.
It was packed.
We
the
were
high
like,
street
what's
was
this?
packed.
What is this for us? No.
Sadly, it wasn't our cheering
squad. It
squad.
was for the Cobble Wobble, which is basically Frome has this really steep cobble street that goes up the main town, and people were cycling up it, and obviously it was like a race to see who got up the fastest.
And all the cyclists were like in fancy dress.
Yeah, it was quite something.
It was. I have to say, I would recommend go back there for the Cobble Wobble.
Just for the Cobble Wobble?
I would go back for Cobble Wobble.
I wouldn't.
I'd go and have a
I'd
nice
just
little
go back
mooching
for the
day.
mooch.
Yeah, mooching day for sure. Topped off with a Cobble Wobble at the end. Don't honestly don't hate on it. Search for it on
Lauren's
Instagram.
going to join the Cobble Wobble.
Next year you'll see me in a penguin outfit cycling up.
Oh, penguin. Gary the penguin.
Gary the penguin. Do 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 do. Okay, lowlights of the trail. Hills. Very hilly. Obviously,
You're quick to judge about the hills.
I know. And
I quite like a hill.
Rach likes a hill. The good thing about the hills is that you wouldn't get the view. So
Exactly.
You know.
That's why you need a hill.
Yeah.
For the view.
yeah, exactly.
Lowlights. I don't know. Maybe the cold, the mud. It was
but
quite muddy.
I wouldn't say that was specific to the Mendip Way. That's just
right.
specific to time of year, right? Because you can walk any trail and it'd be cold and muddy.
Okay.
I want specific.
Any lowlights? Oh, maybe that there wasn't many cafes.
Yeah, along the way.
Yeah.
I'd say like midday you want like a nice little cup of tea time. No cafes. In the main towns, pubs and cafes, but not not along the way. So we did have a few sandwiches.
Yeah.
But
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I can't think of any other.
I would also say it's not like a national trail where the signs are like forthcoming. You did have to like really look for the signs, I think. And there were a few times where we were like, oh, which way do we go now? Because there wasn't a sign like readily like there waiting for us. So I think
I think we're just spoiled with the National Trail signs.
But I do think there's room for improvement there.
All right, well,
you heard it here first,
tell
people.
the Mendip Way volunteers.
Yeah. Where can you stay on the trail?
Mainly in the towns.
Yeah, there is loads of places in the towns that you pass through to stay in, because a lot of them are touristy.
Yeah, but there's no in little villages or anything. You probably could find Airbnbs, but your best bets are in the towns, I think.
Yeah.
Especially for cheaper places to stay.
We will. Well, you've seen actually where we stayed, but we will also share some itinerary options as well, so you can see a couple of options of how much time you need to do it and where to stay. But we stayed, I think, in some relatively nice places, didn't we? Big shout out to Gordon's B&B in Cheddar. That was really nice. Big up to the Roy Meister. Excellent chat.
Yeah, nice man.
Are there many places to eat and drink on the trail?
There are, but only pretty much in the towns, I'd say.
Where would you say was your favourite place that we went to eat?
Ooh, I think the boathouse at the very beginning.
The start is basically marked by a cafe called the Boathouse, which is gorge.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. Nice food.
Cosy atmosphere.
Had a fire. It was lovely.
Lots of dogs inside.
Yeah, very friendly, very warm and welcoming.
We had a really nice lunch also in Priddy at the Queen Victoria Inn.
That was nice, yeah. And Wells, we went to a nice brunch place called Loaf. With some nice food there. Also the Cathedral Cafe was very nice in Wells. And
that was really cosy.
We had a nice Italian dinner in Cheddar.
With some Shirley temples.
With some Shirley temples, yeah. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Good.
Do you meet many people whilst walking it?
We met a few day walkers. We didn't meet any through hikers.
We met a couple of people that had walked it.
Yes, yeah, because lots of people ask, are you walking? Because obviously we have our big bags on. But yeah, lots of day walkers, not many through hikers.
No, not that we met, but I think, yeah.
Yeah, but I think people do walk it, especially I suppose it was in November, so we obviously weren't going to see many people walking it all the way through.
Yeah, that's true.
So what are the most interesting sights along the trail?
Well, how long have you got? There's a lot, you know.
Give me your top 5.
Top 5. Okay, Cheddar Gorge, number 1. Limestone Canyons, where cheddar cheese originated. Big news in the UK.
It's quite a touristy spot, that.
I would say so.
Shop. There was a Christmas shop.
Yeah, if there's a Christmas shop, you know it's a touristy place.
And we were too late, so everything was closed.
You were gutted. You wanted to pop in, didn't you? And there was loads of really nice cafes, and fudge shops and that kind of thing.
I would say actually, just as a little side note, doing these walks, great. You can visit loads of places.
Yeah, you do.
However, you get there when everything's shut, so you can't actually go see anything.
Yeah, it's true.
If you wanted to. But anyway, that was just a little side note.
I would agree with both of those points. I would. Very smart, very smart. Okay, other highlights. Okay, what was your favourite highlight that you kept going on about?
Highlight?
Oh, sorry, of your favourite top site that you kept going on about. Shepton Mallet Prison.
Oh yeah, so there's a place called Shepton Mallet, and there's not that much there, but there is the Shepton Mallet Prison, which I actually really got into the history about.
She spent all evening googling Shepton Mallet Prison.
Anyway, I was googling it, went onto images. And the inside looked really familiar. And I said to Lauren, this looks really familiar. I feel like it's been in a film.
I was like, have you been locked up?
No,
have you been put away and I didn't know about it?
No. I've served my crime with you. No, so
rude.
On these pictures, I was like, I really feel like this was.
You were like, I know
where this is. Anyway, it was from Paddington 2. They filmed the prison scene for Paddington 2 there. It's really, they made it look really nice.
Yeah.
In the film. But now it's just a touristy. You can just go visit. I think you can even go see the thing if you want to.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a tourist attraction, basically.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Rach
that
really
sounds
recognised it.
Also, I wish we'd gone.
Oh, we could have.
We could have. Maybe
Maybe
go
not.
back.
We were quite tired. Wells. Now let me talk about Wells. Wells is the smallest city in England, and it's beautiful.
Lovely cathedral.
Yeah, really quirky, humongous
Yeah,
cathedral.
because
And
you can see the tour, Glastonbury tour.
yes, you can see Glastonbury
Very near
tour.
Glastonbury, so it's a bit hippie.
Yeah, it's a bit hippie. But I was also going to talk about Vickers Close.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's chucking it down with rain. We are walking out of Wells to continue on the trail, and this old man who was a guide at the cathedral was like, "Ladies, let me stop you. Have you two been to Vickers Close?" We were like, "No, we haven't."
What's Vickers Close?
What is it? He was like, "You cannot leave Wells without going to Vickers Close." So he gave us directions. We were a bit confused. He was like, "It's the oldest
inhabited
yeah.
street in Europe."
Yeah, or something like that. Anyway, let me tell you, it's beautiful. He was so right, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm so glad we went to see it.
So we got to this like archway, there's a little sign, and then you obviously look out from the archway, and it's basically just a row of houses.
Beautiful houses.
With like a quaint cobbled street. It was really, really pretty.
Huge chimneys.
Yeah, and beautiful houses.
Yeah, really pretty.
And yeah, lots of people going to go visit. But yeah, we visited the Europe's oldest inhabited street.
And apparently it's where the people that sung in the choir lived.
Oh, for the cathedral. Yeah.
So yeah, if you go to Wales, don't miss Vickers Close. And big up to the really kind old man guide that told us to go. He was definitely right there. Yeah. I think Frome is also a really top site as well.
You're missing our favourite place.
Hang on, let me just talk about Frome and then I'll talk about favourite place, because I left that to the end. But yeah, Frome, we got there quite late in the evening. It was dark, and as we mentioned, the cobble wobble was on. So
we would go back.
We would definitely go back. I would definitely recommend a day trip to Frome. It's really like quaint, lots of really like independent shops and bars and stuff.
Lots of nice cafes.
Yeah. Now tell me, the number 5 spot. What was our favourite?
Wookey Hole.
Oh, Wookey Hole! How could we forget?
How could we forget? Everything was shut when we got there. There was no cafe. Was there?
We if you watch day 3, you'll know. But basically, again, Wookey Hole is a big tourist attraction for its limestone caves. I think also it's got some sort of like witchy, wizardy history. Like I said, it was shut when we got there, and there was literally no one around. It was dead as a dodo. So,
but apparently the cliffs are better than Cheddar Gorge.
That's what
Google says.
That's what Google says. So don't come for us. I don't know if that's true or not. We've not visited. But yeah, let us know if you do visit. Let us know in the comments if that's actually true or not. We're not sure. Next question is: can anyone walk the Mendip Way?
Yes.
I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. However,
if you're fit and healthy and you like walking up hills, it's the one for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend this as a first. Maybe first. If you've never done long distance walking before, don't do this one. I'd say start with the Downs Link and then upgrade to Mendip Way.
But it's a nice one. Oh, depends what you like.
Yeah, it depends what you like. All right. But this one's a bit more strenuous than Downs Link.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice one, and anyone can walk it. Yeah. Even if it's just a day.
Yeah, definitely just for a day.
Yeah. Do you need any special equipment? That's the question.
The answer to that is no, you don't need any special equipment. Just yourself. Some good sturdy walking shoes, especially if it's muddy like when we walked it. And yeah, nice waterproof coat in case it rains. But no, I'd say you don't need anything.
Well, you could take your poles if you want to.
Yeah, you could take poles. That might be helpful. We don't generally walk with poles.
No.
But it would be good for your knees on the hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, would recommend.
When is the best time to walk the Mendip Way?
I think you can walk it any time. Personally, I would do it again in November. I think you disagree with me.
We've just got to chill thinking about the frost.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I thought it was so nice.
No, it was really
nice. It was cold
nice
when you stopped.
It would have been nice if we hadn't had the day of rain.
Yeah. But you could get that in June. Do you know what I mean? You get in August, you get a day of rain in England anytime.
Yeah.
But I loved it because I think of the sunsets. They were special.
Yeah, they were.
We wouldn't have got that had we walked in.
And we
in
had
summer.
one last sunset when we were walking into Frome.
Yeah.
On our last day. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can walk it whenever you
fancy.
Whenever you want.
Yeah. Can you wild camp along the Mendip Way?
No. I mean, if you want to, you can, but you're not really allowed to in the UK. So the answer is no, but it's really up to you if you want to risk it.
For a chocolate
biscuit.
The answer is no, yeah, like Rach says. It's illegal to wild camp in England, apart from on Dartmoor, but people do it. You have to get permission of the landowner.
Permission.
But again, it's very difficult to do that if you just like rock up in a field. You're like, where even is the landowner?
Yeah. Did we pass any campsites?
I'm sure there is campsites probably along the way. Because we weren't camping, we didn't really look for them.
And also because we weren't probably in season.
And also that's true. A lot of campsites are open
Also, it would have been way
seasonally.
too cold to have camped.
Yeah, for sure. If you're camping it, I'd definitely recommend doing it not in November. Yeah. But yeah, technically it is illegal to wild camp in England, but you could look for campsites. And if you are going to wild camp, set up when it's dark and leave when it's early. Obviously, leave no trace. All of that kind of common sense, really.
How many days would you say it takes to complete?
So it's 50 miles in length. So I would say 10 miles a day, 5 days. We did it over 5 days. We did some days shorter, some days longer, just depending on where we were staying. But I'd say it's also very manageable in 4 days as well.
Basically, as long as you want to do it.
Yeah,
as short as you want to do it.
And again, we'll put together some itineraries for you guys to follow if you want to walk it as well. And yet you can walk it over days and or weekends.
Yes, you can do it in chunks. 2 days, 1 weekend, 2 days, another weekend. You could do it in one in summer, one in winter.
The world's your oyster.
World's your oyster.
I think because it's also quite nice that it's split up into the West Mendip Way and the East Mendip Way.
Yeah, you could do the west one time and then the east the next.
Yeah, and actually one thing we've not mentioned, which I think is worth mentioning, is that they join, where the official join is by the Mendip Museum in Wales. So there's like a plaque outside, which is actually quite nice to kind of, it just shows you the route to kind of go and look at. And there's one of those plaques also
at the end in
Frome. And I believe there's also one in Cheddar as well. We didn't see the one in Cheddar.
I wonder where that was.
I think it was like outside like the Cheddar Museum or visitor centre or something. There isn't one at the start, which is a shame.
That's a shame there's not one at Weston.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but no, there are 3, and I think they were put up to celebrate 25 years of the trail.
Oh, cute.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, really cute. So yeah, look out for those as you go by. But yeah, you can walk it days, weekends, weeks, whatever works for you. As we've mentioned, all the places are kind of well serviced by public transport, and obviously you could drive somewhere and leave the car and then walk, and then get a bus back to your car or get a friend to pick you up or whatever. So yeah, there's lots of options.
Lovely. The last question to wrap it all up is you have to carry your stuff.
Yes. So again, it's not a national trail, so there aren't many, or there aren't any bag transfer services.
No. But you don't need to carry much.
If you're staying at B&Bs and it's also quite a short trail, you shouldn't need to carry too much stuff. Also, you could contact like a local taxi company or service that might help you out for a fee with your bag drops. If you give them obviously the itinerary and where you're staying and all that kind of thing. But yeah, generally there aren't any official bag transfer companies on the Mendip Way.
No.
So yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah, that is all the questions.
So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little Q&A. If you've got any other questions that we've missed, pop them in the comments. Yeah, let us know and we will answer them.
And yeah, we'll see you for the next adventure, whatever that may be.
Yeah, no, definitely. And if you've watched our Mendip Way vlogs, we really appreciate it and hope you've enjoyed them.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.